8. T 6.1 Political Science Model Paper 6 1. In the critique of Gotha program, what is the reason on which Karl Marx argues that equal wages cannot be paid to the workers in the immediate aftermath of the working class revolution? A. The need and requirement of workers differ. B. The productivity of labor varies and it is unfair to pay the same wages to skilled and unskilled labor. C. The demands for primitive, I repeat, C. The demands of primitive capital accumulation does not afford equal wages to workers. D. Militant sections of the working class who have made enormous sacrifices in making the revolution need to be compensated. The correct answer is B. That is, the productivity of labor varies and it is unfair to pay the same wages to skilled and unskilled labor. The transitional period of socialism is based in deeds. Exercise 2. Which of the following is not correct? A. For N. Machiavelli and H. Hegel, state was based on force. B. For J.S. Mill and T.H. Green, consent was the basis of the race state. C. In Marx's view, the state was an instrument of class exploitation. D. In Gandhian philosophy, the propertied classes should be persuaded to employ their resources to subserve common good. The correct answer is A. For in Machiavelli and H. Hegel, state was based on force. Exercise 3. Consider the following statements on the implications of coalition politics in the states. A. 1. Coalition governments have weakened the position and influence of chief ministers in the states. 2. Coalition governments have virtually weakened bureaucracy in state administration. 3. Coalition governments adversely affected political homogeneity of the Council of Ministers. 4. The area of coalition politics expanded the scope of the discretionary powers of the governors. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2, 3 and 4 only, C. 1, 3 and 4 only, and D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is C, that is 1, 3 and 4 only. 1. Coalition governments have weakened the position and influence of chief ministers in the state. 3. Coalition governments adversely affected political homogeneity of the Council of Ministers. 4. The area of coalition politics expanded the scope of the discretionary powers of the governors. Exercise 4. Where was the first Asian Relations Conference held? A. Manila, B. Tokyo, C. New Delhi, and D. Colombo. The correct answer is C. New Delhi. Exercise 5. Which one of the following is the main principle on which the parliamentary system operates? A. Supremacy of parliament. B. Responsibility of executive to legislature. C. Supremacy of judiciary. D. Theory of separation of power. The correct answer is B, that is responsibility of executive to legislature. In parliamentary system, the executive is responsible to the legislature. Exercise 6. Which of the following statements is not correct? A. There is a provision in the Constitution of India for readjustment of allocation of seats in the Lok Sabha upon the completion of each census. B. If for a period of 60 days a member of either house is without permission of the House absent from all meetings thereof, the House may declare his seat vacant. C. The Rajya Sabha approves money bill after it has been passed by the Lok Sabha. D. The Attorney General of India has the right to speak in and otherwise to take part in the proceedings of either house of the Parliament. C. The Rajya Sabha approves money bill after it has been passed by the Lok Sabha. Article 109 says that the money bill is transmitted to the Rajya Sabha for its recommendations. It does not have to approve. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page number 6.2, page number T6.2, exercise 7. The Autonomous District Council under the 6th schedule of the Constitution is not operative in which one of the following states of Northeast India: A. Assam, B. Tripura, C. Nagaland, and D. Meghalaya. The correct answer is C. Nagaland. Exercise 8. On the basis of the criterion issued by the Election Commission of India, what is the minimum number of states in which a political party must be recognized to be termed as a within inverted comma national party throughout the whole of India? A3, B4, C5 and D6. The correct answer is B4. That is, correct answer is B4. Exercise 9. Consider the following events. 1. Lucknow Pact. 2. Promulgation of Vernacular Press Act. 3. Establishment of Arya Samaj. And 4. Partition of Bengal. Which of the following is the correct chronological sequences of the events given above? A. 3421, B. 1243, C. 3241 and D. 1423. The correct answer is C, that is 3241. 3. Establishment of Arya Samaj. 2. That is promulgation of Vernacular Press Act. 4. That is partition of Bengal. And 1. Lucknow Pact. Exercise 10. Identify the French author who coined the term within inverted comma third world inverted comma close. A. Jean-Paul Sartre. B. Alfred Savy. C. French Fanon. And D. Perry Bourdieu. The correct answer is B, that is Alfred Savy. Exercise 11. What were the most important demands of the JP movements of 1970s? 1. Land reforms. 2. Representation for women in the parliament. 3. Workers' participation in industry. 4. Accountability of power. A. 1, 2, 3 and 4. B. 2, 3 and 4 only. C. 2 and 3 only. And D. 4 only. The correct answer is D, that is 4 only. The correct answer is D, that is 4 only. 4 means accountability of power. Exercise 12. Which of the following can be characterized as a new social movement within inverted comma? A. Workers' movement. B. Peasants' movement. C. Peace movement. And D. Anti-colonial movement. The correct answer is C, that is peace movement. Exercise 13. Who among the following authored one of the major books in the area of games in the area of games theory, the theory of games and economic behavior? A. John Nash. B. Von Neumann and Oscar Morgenstern. C. Anthony Downs and G. Jeffrey S. Banks. The correct answer is B. Von Neumann and Oscar Morgenstern. Exercise 14. Which of the following is the correct statement? The All India Muslim Personal Law Board A. enjoys a constitutional status and its head is appointed by the President of India. B. is a voluntary organization which brings together all the sects and schools of Muslims in India. C. is an official body created following the Shah Banu controversy. D. is a body of ulema belonging to the Devoband school which advises the government on Muslim personal law. The correct answer is C. is an official body created following the Shah Banu controversy. Exercise 15. Which of the following statements with respect to the features of the French Constitution is not correct? A. The Constitution of the Fifth Republic was framed by General de Gaulle. B. The Constitution of the Fifth Republic contains a mixture of unitary and federal government. C. The tenure of the president is 5 years. And D. The Constitution of the Fifth Republic was enacted to ensure stability. The correct answer is B. The Constitution of the Fifth Republic contains a mixture of unitary and federal government. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page T6.3, exercise 16. Which one of the following statements is not correct? A. British Parliament is sovereign. B. The monarchy is rooted in Britain. C. Separation of powers is the essential principle of the British system of government. D. The cabinet is the most powerful body in Britain. The correct answer is C. That is, separation of powers is the essential principle of the British system of government. Exercise 17. Consider the following statements. 1. Neoliberals argue that an unregulated market is the best way to increase economic growth, which will ultimately benefit everyone. 2. Neoliberals suggest that free trade should benefit those with better abilities and merit. Which of the statements given above is are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, and D. neither 1 and 2. The correct answer is C, that is both 1 and 2. 1. Neoliberals argue that an unregulated market is the best way to increase economic growth, which will ultimately benefit everyone. 2. Neoliberals suggest that free trade should benefit those with better abilities and merit. Exercise 18. Which of the following statements is not correct in case of USA? A. Bill of Rights is enumerated in the US Constitution. B. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. C. There is a provision of single citizenship in USA. And D. The members of the House of Representatives are elected for a period of 2 years. The correct answer is C. There is a provision of single citizenship in USA. Exercise 19. In which country a political party must obtain a minimum of 5% of the national votes or win at least three directly elected seats to be allowed proportional representation in the legislature? A. France, B. Germany, C. South Africa, and D. China. The correct answer is B, that is Germany. Exercise 20. Which of the following is the correct statement? Under the Basic Law of Federal Republic of Germany, the right to asylum is restricted to persons suffering from A. Economic hardship, B. Ethnic prejudice, C. Social discrimination, and D. Political persecution. The correct answer is D, that is political persecution. Exercise 21. Which of the following statements is not correct about South Africa? A. The Constitution of the Union of South Africa possesses no federal features. B. The Constitution is a mixture of federal and unitary type of government. C. The provinces get equal representation in the Senate. D. The United Cabinet represents as far as possible different provincial interests. The correct answer is A. The Constitution of the Union of South Africa possesses no federal features. Exercise 22. Match list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1 in the vertical column against serial number A, Home Rule Movement, serial number B, Vernacular Press Act, serial number C, Policy of Subsidiary Alliance, and serial number D, Pune Sarvajanik Sabha. Under the head list 2, 1 against serial number in the vertical column against serial number 1, Lord Cornwallis, 2 M.G. Ranade, C. 3 B.J. Tilak, 4 Lord Wellesley, and 5 Lord Lytton. The quote in the horizontal column, the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C, and capital D. Under the head capital A in the vertical column against serial number A2, B3, C2, and D3. Under the head capital B against serial number in the vertical column against serial number A4, B5, C5, and D4. Under the head capital C in the vertical column against serial number A1, B4, C4, and D1. Under the head capital D again in the vertical column against serial number A3, B2, C3, and D2. The correct answer is B, that is under the head capital A, Home Rule Movement, 3, that is B.G. Tilak. Under the head capital D, Vernacular Press Act, 5, Lord Lytton. Under the head capital C, Policy of Subsidiary Alliance, 4, that is Lord Wellesley. Under the head capital D, Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, 2, that is M.G. Ranade. Exercise 23. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? A. Indian Councils Act 1892. Principle of election. B. Indian Councils Act 1909. Responsible government. In serial number C. Government of India Act 1919. Provincial autonomy. Serial number D. Government of India Act 1935. Diarchy in states. The correct answer is A. That is Indian Councils Act 1892. Indian Councils Act 1892. Principle of election. Page T 6.4. Political Science. Model Paper 6. Exercise 24. The Constitution within bracket 42 Amendment. The Constitution within bracket 42nd Amendment Act 1976 made it obligatory for the President of India to act in accordance with the advice of the Council of Ministers. Which of the following articles of the Constitution of India was amended by the Constitution within bracket 42nd Amendment Act 1976? A. Article 73, B. Article 74 subclause 1, C. Article 75 subclause 1 and D. Article 77 subclause 1. The correct answer is B, that is Article 74 subclause 1. Exercise 25. 86th Constitutional Amendment deals with which of the following? A. Allocation of more number of parliamentary seats for recently created states. B. Reservation of 30% posts for women in Panchayati Raj institutions. C. Insertion of Articles 21A related with free and compulsory education for all children between the age of 6 and 14 years. And D. Continuation of reservation for backward classes in government employment. The correct answer is C, that is insertion of Article 21A related with the compulsory education for all children between the age of 16 and 14 years. Exercise 26. Match list 1 with list 2. Under list 1, schedule of Constitution of India. In the vertical column against serial number capital A, 9th schedule, serial number capital B, 10th schedule, serial number capital C, 11th schedule, serial number capital D, 6th schedule. Under the head list 2 contains in the vertical column against serial number 1 provisions regarding Panchayati Raj institution. Against serial number 2 provisions regarding land reforms legislation. Exercise number against serial number 3 provisions regarding administration of tribal areas in the states of Assam, Meghalaya and Mizoram. Against serial number 4 provisions regarding the distribution of powers between the center and states. Provision exercise number 5 provisions regarding the disqualification on ground of defection. Quote, in the horizontal column the heads are capital A space capital B space capital C space capital D. Under the head capital A in the vertical column against serial number A3, B2, C3 and D2. Under the head capital B against serial number A1, B5, C5 and D1. Under the head capital C against serial number in the vertical column against serial number A4, B1, C1 and D4. Under the head capital B, D. Under the head capital D in the vertical column against serial number A2, B3, C2 and D3. The correct answer is B, that is under the head capital A, that is 9th schedule, 2, that is provisions regarding land reforms legislations. Under the head capital B, that is 10th schedule, 5, there is provisions regarding the disqualification on grounds of defection. Under the head capital C, that is 11th schedule, 1, that is provisions regarding Panchayati Raj institutions. Under the head capital D, that is 6th schedule, 3, that is provisions regarding administration of tribal areas in the states of Assam, Meghalaya and Mizoram. Exercise 27. Match list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1 parliamentary device. Under the head list 2 substance. Under the head list 1 parliamentary device. In the vertical column against serial number A, cut motion, serial number B, call attention motion, serial number C, privilege motion, serial number D, adjournment motion. under the serial number 1 substance in the vertical column against serial number 1 to draw after wrong, I repeat, against serial number 1 to draw attention of the ministers on matters of urgent public importance. Against serial number 2 to draw attention of the speaker towards incorrect and incomplete answer of ministers. Serial number 3 to move a proposal to reduce expenditure on the budget proposals. Serial number 4 to adjourn the House before the expiry of time. Serial number 5 concludes discussion on demand for grants. Fourth, in the horizontal column, the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C and capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A3, B2, C3 and D2. Under the head capital B, in the vertical column against serial number A1, B4, C4 and D1. Under the head capital C, in the vertical column against serial number A2, B5, C2 and D5. Under the head capital D, in the vertical column against serial number A4, B1, C1 and D4. The correct answer is 1. That is under the head A, cut money. 3, that is to move a proposal to reduce expenditure on the budget proposals. B, that is call attention money. 1, to draw attention on the ministers on matters of urgent public importance. C, privilege motion 2, to draw attention of the speaker towards incorrect or incomplete answer of by ministers. D, that is adjournment motion 4, to adjourn the House before the expiry of time. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page T 6.5. Exercise 28. What does the within inverted comma rule of lapse inverted comma close mean? A. All pending bills in Parliament lapse with its prorogation. B. All appropriations voted by the legislature expire at the end of the financial year. C. The demand for grants. Exercise 28. What does the within inverted comma rule of lapse mean? Wrong, I repeat. Exercise 28. What does the within inverted comma rule of lapse mean? A. All pending bills in Parliament lapse with its prorogation. B. All appropriations voted by the legislature expire at the end of the financial year. C. The demand for grants of a ministry lapses with criticism of its policy by the opposition. D. The appropriation bill lapses if it is not returned by the Rajya Sabha within 14 days. B. The correct answer is B, that all appropriations voted by the legislature expire at the end of the financial year. Exercise 29. Which of the following categories of disputes is excluded from the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court? A. Between the Government of India and one or more states. B. Between two or more states inter se. C. Between residents of two or more states. D. Between the Government of India and one or more states on one side and one or more states on the other. The correct answer is C. Between residents of two or more states. Exercise 30. Consider the following statements on judicial activism in India. 1. It occurs mainly where the legislature and executive wings of government fail to discharge their duties under the Constitution. Exercise 2. Justice A.H. Ahmedi had initiated judicial activism by converting letter written to him by an aggrieved citizen into a public interest litigation. C3. Most of the cases of judicial activism have occurred through appeals against lower court judgments. 4. In judicial activism, the court monitors the development of a case during the trial period and gives necessary directions to investigating agencies. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2 and 3, B 2 and 3 only, C 2 and 4 only, D 1 and 4 only. The correct answer is 1 and 4 only. 1. It occurs mainly where the legislature and executive wings of government fail to discharge their duties under the Constitution. And 4. That is, in judicial activism, the court monitors the development of a case during the trial period and gives necessary directions to investigating agencies. Exercise 31. Match list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1, Constitution of India Amendment Act. Under the head list 1, Constitution of India Amendment Act, in the vertical column against serial number capital A 19, serial number capital B 25, serial number capital C 31st and serial number capital D 45th. Under the head list 2, major subject, in the vertical column against serial number 1, reservation of seats for SC/ST in Lok Sabha and legislative assemblies in the states. Serial number 2, duties of the Election Commission. Serial number 3, compensation in acquisition of property. Serial number 4, increase in the elected seats in Lok Sabha. Code, in the horizontal column, the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C and capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A4, B2, C4 and D2. Under the head capital D, in the vertical column against serial number A1, B3, C3 and D1. Under the head capital C, in the vertical column against serial number A2, B4, C2 and D4. Under the head capital D, in the vertical column against serial number A3, B1, C1 and D3. The correct answer is B. That is under the head A, 19th, 2, that is duties of Election Commission. Under the head capital B, 25th, that is 3, that is compensation in acquisition of property. Under the head capital C, 31st, 4, increase in the elected seats in the Lok Sabha. Under the head capital D, 45th, 1, that is reservation of seats for SC/ST in Lok Sabha and legislative assemblies in the states. Exercise 32. How can an amendment in a list in the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India be initiated? If the bill seeking amendment is passed in either House of Parliament by A majority of total membership of that House, B, a majority of the total membership of that House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of that House present and voting. C, B above, that is a majority of the total membership of that House and a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of that House present and voting, and the amendment shall require to be ratified by the legislatures of states not less than 1/2 of the states. D, B above, that is a majority of the total membership of that House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of that House present and voting, and the amendment shall require to be ratified by the legislatures of states not less than 2/3 of the states. The correct answer is C, that is B above, that is a majority of the total membership of that House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of that House present and voting, and the amendment shall require to be ratified by the legislatures of states not less than 1/2 of the states. Page T6.6, Political Science, Model Paper 6, Exercise 33. Which one of the following scholars describe the party system prevailing in India in the early years of independence as one-party dominant system? A. Riku Parekh, B. Myron Winner, C. Granville Austin and D. Rajni Kothari. The correct answer is D, that is Rajni Kothari. Exercise 34. According to National Human Rights Commission Act 1993, who among the following can be its chairman? A. Only a retired Chief Judge of the High Court, B. Only a retired Chief Justice of India, C. Any serving judge of the High Court, and D. Any serving judge of the Supreme Court. The correct answer is B, that is only a retired Chief Justice of India. Exercise 35. In the context of the Indian political system, what did the term within inverted comma eon Turks, Turks, inverted comma close, refer to a group of students who emerged out of Nobin Nirman movement of Jayaprakash Narayan. B. A faction of Naxalite movement who claimed to be Puritans. C. An ideological group with socialist leanings within the Congress Party. D. A radical group within the Communist Party who claim to be Marxist-Leninist. The correct answer is C. An ideological group with socialist leanings within the Congress Party. Exercise 36. Match list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1 book. In the vertical column against serial number A, Anarchy, State and Utopia. Against serial number capital B, A Theory of Justice. Against serial number capital C, Democracy and its Critics. Against serial number capital D, Capitalism and Freedom. Under the head list 2 author. Against serial number 1, Milton Friedman. Against serial number 2, Robert Nozick. Against serial number 3, John Rawls. Against serial number 4, Robert Dahl. Code. In the horizontal column, the heads are capital A space capital B space capital C space capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column, against serial number A2, B4, C2 and D4. Under the head capital B, against serial number A1, B3, C4 and D1. Under the head capital C, against in the vertical column, against serial number A4, D, B2, C4 and D2. Under the head capital D, in the vertical column, against serial number A3, B1, C1 and D3. The correct answer is C. That is under the head capital B, A, Anarchy, State and Utopia. 2, that is Robert Nozick. Under the head capital B, A Theory of Justice. 3, that is John Rawls. Under the head capital C, Democracy and its Critics. 4, that is Robert Dahl. Under the head capital D, Capitalism and Freedom. 1, that is Milton Friedman. Exercise 37. Which of the following statements with regard to finance commissions in states in India is not correct? A. The 74th Amendment of the Constitution of India provides for the establishment of a finance commission by a state to review the financial position of the municipalities. B. The Chief Minister of the state decides the composition of the Finance Commission and nominates the chairman. C. The Finance Commission is expected to recommend the division of resources between the state and the municipalities within the state. D. The Finance Commission is authorized to make recommendations with regard to grants aid to the panchayats from the consolidated fund of the state. The correct answer is B. The Chief Minister of the state decides the composition of the Finance Commission and the nominates the chairman. I repeat again, B. The Chief Minister of the state decides the composition of the Finance Commission and nominates the chairman. Exercise 38. Growth of regional political parties in India in recent years is attributed to which of the following? 1. Frequent elections. 2. Inability to accommodate demands of various sections of society. I repeat, 2. Inability to accommodate demands of various sections of society. 3. Advent of multinational companies. 4. Emergence of new states. A. 1 and 2, B. 2 and 3, C. 3 and 4 and D. 1 and 4. The correct answer is 1 and 4. 1. Frequent elections. 4. Emergencies of new states. Exercise 39. Consider the following statements related to secularism in India. 1. It entails strict separation of religion from politics. 2. It bans parties with religious affiliations from contesting elections. 3. It grants religious liberty to all communities. 4. It accepts community personal law. Which of the statements given above are correct? 3. A 3 and 4 only, B 1 and 2 only, C 1, 3 and 4 only, D 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is C, that is 1, 3 and 4. 1. It entails strict separation of religion from politics. 3. It grants religious liberty to all communities. 4. It accepts community personal laws. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page T 6.7. Exercise 40. Consider the following statements. 1. The Committee on Public Accounts examines the report of the Comptroller and Auditor General in India before it is presented before each House of Parliament. 2. The President of India causes the reports of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India to be laid before each House of the Parliament. 3. After the annual financial statement is presented before the Lok Sabha, the Committee on Public Accounts examines the estimates. Which of the statements given above is are correct? A 1, 2 and 3, B 1 and 3 only, C 1 only and D 2 only. The correct answer is D, that is 2 only. The President of India causes the reports of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India to be laid before each House of Parliament. 2 and 2 only. The correct answer is 2 only. Exercise 41. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? A. Gujarat riot within bracket 1969 red D. B. We won the riot within bracket 1970 DP Madan Commission. C. Jamshedpur riot within bracket 1979 Jitendra Naran Commission. D. Bombay riot within bracket 1993 Shashikant Verma Commission. Justice B.N. Sri Krishna was the chairman of Inquiry Commission. Exercise 42. Which of the following statements is correct for the first report of the Ethics Committee of the Parliament? A. Matters like criminalization of politics, political parties and electoral reforms, Code of Council were dealt with. B. Procedural aspects of enforcing the Code of Conduct were dealt with. B. Such matters as disorderly proceedings in legislatures, cooperation with presiding officer in the legislature and enforcing discipline were dealt with. D. Matters like behavior of political parties and good governance were dealt with. The correct answer is B, that is procedural aspects of enforcing the code of control were dealt with. Exercise 43. In which of their works did Karl Marx and F. Engels first expound the principles of materialistic dialectics? A. Economic and Philosophic Manuscript. 2. B. Communist Manifesto. C. On the Jewish Question. And D. German Ideology. The correct answer is D, that is German Ideology. Exercise 44. Which of the following statements is correct? A night watchman oblique minimal state is one which A. ensures law and order, B. cares for its citizens, C. protects minimum wages for the workers, and D. strategies for D. safeguards the social and economic rights to citizens. The correct answer is A, that is ensures law and order. Exercise 45. Welfare states in general are focused on which of the following provision? A. Separation of state from religion, education and health. B. Employment, infrastructure and education. C. Minority rights, employment and education. D. Education, employment and health. The correct answer is D, that is education, employment and health. Exercise 46. Which of the following is the correct combination related to theoretical defense of the welfare state? A. John Locke, Treatise on Government. B. J.S. Mill, Representative Government. C. F. Engels, Socialism, Utopian and Scientific. And D. LT Hobhouse, liberalism. The correct answer is D. That is LT Hobhouse, liberalism. Exercise 47. Why do compensatory liberals, persuaded by John Rawls, argue for the primacy of rights over good? A majority of the people prefer rights over goods. B. There are plurality of conceptions of good when people are found and they have their reasons for the same. C. Liberal social societies, unlike the traditional, afford rights. D. The Universal Declaration on Human Rights prefers right over good. Page T6.8, Political Science, Model Paper 6, Exercise 48. Which of the following statements is not correct? A. The party system and the elections in India are based on single-member constituencies. First part past the post system of plurality, voting and a bicameral legislation. A. B. British party system is the product of the great economic and social changes that rocked the society and the state in the 19th century Europe. C. The electoral system is at the heart of the credibility within bracket legitimacy of modern democracies. D. The first general elections within bracket parliamentary elections were held in India in the year 1950 following the ratification of the Constitution. The correct answer is D. The first general elections within bracket parliamentary elections were held in India in the year 1950 following the ratification of the Constitution. The correct answer is D. The first general elections within bracket parliamentary elections were held in India in the year 1950 following the ratification of the Constitution. The first general elections within bracket parliamentary elections were held in India in the year 1952. Exercise 49. Consider the following with respect to deepening of democracy. 1. A system of representation with well-functioning political parties and interest associations. 2. An electoral system that guarantees free and fair elections as well as universal suffrage. 3.
Page T 6.8, Political Science, Model Paper 6, Exercise 48. Which of the following statements is not correct? A. The party system and the elections in India are based on single-member constituencies past the post system of plurality, voting and the bicameral legislature. B. British party system is the product of the great economic and social changes that rocked the society and the state in the 19th century Europe. C. The electoral system is at the heart of the credibility within bracket legitimacy of modern democracies. D. The first general elections, parliamentary elections, were held in India in the year 1950 following the ratification of the Constitution. The correct answer is D. That is, the first general elections within bracket parliamentary elections were held in India in the year 1950 following the ratification of the Constitution. The first general elections within bracket parliamentary elections were held in India in the year 1952. Exercise 49. Consider the following with respect to deepening of democracy. 1. A system of representation with well-functioning political parties and interest associations. 2. An electoral system that guarantees free and fair elections as well as universal suffrage. 3. A system of checks and balances based on the separation of powers with independent judicial and legislative branches. 4. A vibrant civil society as well as a free and independent media. Which of the above are required to deepen democracy? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 4 only, C. 1 and 3 only, D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 represents a system of representation with well-functioning political parties and interest associations. 2. An electoral system that guarantees free and fair elections as well as universal suffrage. 3. A system of checks and balances based on the separation of powers with independent judicial and legislative branches. 4. A vibrant civil society as well as a free and independent media. Exercise 50. Which of the following statements is not correct? A. The effects of globalization on the lives of women have been multiple, contradictory, inclusionary and exclusionary. B. The gender question can be meaningfully addressed only by ensuring equality in the private realm. C. A democratic solution to gender question lies with mere democracy in social, economic and political fields with a commitment to equality. D. Feminist political theory from its inception has demanded special and different treatment for women. The correct answer is D, that is feminist political theory from its inception has demanded special and different treatment for women. Exercise 51. Consider the following statements about conservatism. 1. Conservatism is opposed to revolutionary change. 2. For conservatives, traditions, customs and usage are sources or rights. 3. Conservatives are invariably committed to religious practices. 4. Conservatives are opposed to universal adult franchise. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 3 only, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 3 and 4 only, D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1. Conservatism is opposed to revolutionary change. 2. For conservatives, traditions, customs and usage are sources of rights. 3. Conservatives are invariably committed to religious practices. 4. Conservatives are opposed to universal adult franchise. Exercise 52. Consider the following countries. 1. France, 2. England, 3. Switzerland and 4. Germany. By the end of 19th century, in which of the above countries all adult women were enfranchised? A. 1, 2, 3 and 4. B. 1, 2 and 3 only. C. 1 only. D. None of the above. The correct answer is D, that is none of the above. Exercise 53. Which one of the following thinkers defended representative democracy against direct democracy? A. J. Rousseau and B. Karl Marx. C. M.A. Bakunin and D. J. Madison. The correct answer is D, that is J. Madison. Exercise 54. Consider the following statements. In early 1920s, Gandhi argued that Swaraj is impossible without 1. Khadi, 2. Hindu-Muslim unity, 3. Abolition of untouchability, 4. Naitaling, that is within bracket basic education. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2, 3 and 4, B. 1, 2 and 3 only, C. 1 and 3 only and D. 2 and 4 only. The correct answer is B, that is 1, 2 and 3 only. 1. Khadi, 2. Hindu-Muslim unity, 3. Abolition of untouchability. Political Science, Model Paper 6, Paper T 6.9, Exercise 55. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? A. Che Guevara, Bolshevik Revolution. B. George Lucas, Cuban Revolution. C. Rosa Luxemburg, German Uprising. C. Nikolai Bukharin, Hungarian Revolution. The correct answer is C, that is Rosa Luxemburg, German Uprising. Exercise 56. Which of the following conditions aptly represents Gandhi's idea of Swaraj? A. Self-sufficiency in food grains based on large-scale irrigation and applications of fertilizers. B. Self-sufficient rural economy, employing local resources and labor-intensive techniques. C. An economy where men and women are fully employed in professions requiring technical education. D. Labor-intensive agriculture and modern urban economy. The correct answer is B. That is self-sufficient rural economy employing local resources and labor-intensive techniques. Exercise 57. Which of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Before that, the answer of question 56 is B, that is self-sufficient rural economy employing local resources and labor-intensive techniques. Exercise 57. Which of the following pairs is not correctly matched? The heads are in the horizontal column. The heads are concept and thinkers. Under the head concept in the vertical column, against serial number A, public sphere, B, civil associations, C, social capital, and D, non-government, non-party organizations. Under the head thinker in the vertical column. No, wrong. I repeat again. Under the head concept, under the head thinker. Under the head concept A, public sphere. Under the head thinker, Thomas Hobbes. Under the head concept B, civil associations, thinker A, D, Tocqueville. Under the head concept C, social capital. Under the head thinker Robert Putnam. Under the head D, that is under the head concept non-government, non-party organizations, thinker Rajini Kothari. The correct answer is D, that is under the head concept non-government, non-party organizations, thinker Rajni Kothari. Exercise 58. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? 1. Leo Truss, political philosopher. 2. Albert Van Dyke, constitution theorist. 3. Harold Laswell, communication theorist. 4. Samuel Feiner, historian of government. A. 1 and 3 only. B. 2, 3 and 4 only. C. 1, 2 and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 means Leo Truss, political philosopher. 2. Albert Van Dyke, constitution theorist. 3. Harold Laswell, communication theorist. And 4. Samuel Feiner, historian of government. Exercise 59. Modernization theories associate which of the following with political modernization? 1. Equal opportunity to participate in politics and compete for government office. 2. Differentiation and specialization of political functions. 3. Secularization of the political sphere. 4. Formation of a federal system of government. A. 3 and 4 only. B. 1, 2 and 3 only. C. 1, 2 and 4 only. And D. 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. The correct answer is B, that is 1, 2 and 3 only. 1. Equal opportunity to participate in politics and compete for government office. 2. Differentiation and specialization of political functions. 3. Secularization of the political sphere. Exercise 60. Consider the following statements. Thomas Hobbes argues that 1. Without the state, morality, justice, industry and civilization cannot endure. 2. In the state of nature, every man has the liberty to use his power as he wants. 3. Human nature primarily seeks self-preservation, power, glory, riches and honor. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. And D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is D, that is 1, 2 and 3. 1. Without the state, morality, justice, industry and civilization cannot endure. 2. In the state of nature, every man has the liberty to use his power as he wants. 3. Human nature primarily seeks self-preservation, power, glory, riches and honor. Exercise 61. Math list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1, concept of theory. In the vertical column against serial number A, proletarian internationalism. Against serial number capital B, political realism. Against serial number capital C, complex interdependence. Against serial number capital D, hegemonic stability. Under the head list 2, within list 2, scholar. In the vertical column against serial number 1, Charles Kindleberger. Against serial number 1, under the head these two, that is scholar, to Hans Morgenthau. Against serial number 3, V.I. Lenin. Against serial number 4, Keohane and 9. Code in the original column, the heads are capital A, space capital B, space capital C, space capital D. Under the head capital A. In the vertical column, against serial number A1, B3, C1 and D3. Under the head capital B, A2, B4, C4 and D2. Under the head capital C, against serial number A4, B2, C2 and D4. Under the head capital D, against serial number A3, B1, C3 and D1. The correct answer is D, that is under the head capital A, that is proletarian internationalism. 3, that is V.I. Lenin. Under the head capital B, political realism. 2, that is Hans Morgenthau. Under the head capital C, complex interdependence. 4, that is Keohane and 9. Under the head capital T, hegemonic stability. 1, that is Charles Kindleberger. Page T 6.10. Political Science, Model Paper 6. Exercise 62. Which of the following statements is not correct? A. For Aristotle, state exists to ensure good life for its members. B. For Jeremy Bentham, state exists to promote the social and economic welfare of its citizens. C. For Thomas Hobbes, the primary task of the state is to ensure law and order. D. For John Locke, the state exists to protect the inalienable right to its citizen. The correct answer is B. For Jeremy Bentham, state exists to promote the social and economic welfare of its citizen. Exercise 63. Within inverted comma, sovereignty is the supreme power over citizens and subjects, unrestrained by law. Inverted comma close. This understanding of sovereignty today is restricted in practice by which of the following? A. Globalization. B. Acceptance of the Declaration of Universal Human Rights by a majority of the states. C. Rise of global concerns such as ecology and terrorism. And D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. That is all of the above. That is all means A. Globalization. B. Acceptance of the Declaration of Universal Human Rights by a majority of the states. And C. Rise of global concerns such as ecology and terrorism. Exercise 64. Match list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1 theme. In the vertical column against serial number A, state as a class. Under serial number against serial number B, capital B, state as ethical life. In this against serial number capital C, state as power. Against serial number capital D, minimal state. Under the head list 2 author. In the vertical column against serial number 1, J. Rousseau, G. Hegel and T. Green. In against serial number 2, Machiavelli and T. Hobbes. Against serial number 3, Karl Marx and Lenin. Against serial number 4, F. Hack and R. Nozick. In the code, in the horizontal column, the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C and capital D. Under the head capital A in the vertical column against serial number A2, B3, C2, D3. Under the head capital B against serial number A in the vertical column against serial number A4, B1, C1 and D4. Under the head capital C against serial number A3, B2, C3 and D2. Under the head capital D against serial number A1, B4, C4 and D1. The correct answer is B. That is under the head capital A, state as a class. 3, that is Karl Marx and Lenin. Under the head capital B, that is state as ethical life. 1, that is J. Rousseau, G. Hegel and T. Green. Under the head capital C, that is state as power. 2, that is Machiavelli and T. Hobbes. Under the head capital D, that is minimal state. 4, that is F. Hayek and R. Nozick. Exercise 65. J. Rousseau's concept of general will avoids which one of the following? A. Parliamentary sovereignty. B. Popular sovereignty. C. Sovereignty of the Constitution. And D. De jure sovereignty. The correct answer is B, that is popular sovereignty. 65. Popular sovereignty. Rousseau's general will avows with popular sovereignty. Exercise 66. Consider the following statements. The ideal of, within inverted comma, universal citizenship implies that A. 1. All citizens of a country should be treated alike and granted equal rights. 2. Individuals should be considered as citizens of the world. 3. All persons living in a country should be treated as citizens. 4. Citizenship rights are given to us by nature. Which of the statements given above is of the are correct? A. 1 and 2, B. 2 and 3, C. 1 only, and D. 4 only. The correct answer is A. 1 and 2. 1. All citizens of a country should be treated alike and granted equal rights. 2. Individuals should be considered as citizens of the world. Exercise 67. Consider the following statements about the UN Declaration of Human Rights. 1. Universal Declaration of Human Rights does not refer to any social or economic rights. 2. The declaration does not afford such rights as right to work, protection against unemployment, just remuneration, and right to form trade unions. 3. The declaration recognizes the rights of indigenous populations. 4. The declaration grants special status to women. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1, 2 and 4, D. 3 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 3 and 4. 3 represents the declaration recognizes the rights of indigenous populations. 4. The declaration grants special status to women. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page T 6.11. Exercise 68. Consider the following statements. According to the liberals' rights, 1. Curtail the power of the state. 2. Enable individuals to attain their best selves. 3. Empower individuals against the collective. 4. Form the basis of a vibrant civil society. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2 and 4 only, B. 1 and 3 only, C. 2 and 3 only, D. 1, 2, 3 and 4, D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1. Curtail the power of the state. 2. Enable individuals to attain their best selves. 3. Empower individuals against the collective. 4. Form the basis of a vibrant civil society. Exercise 69. In accordance to a growing consensus today, which of the following should freedom be inclusive of? 1. Absence of certain physical and legal impediments. 2. Presence of certain civil and political liberties. 3. Social provisions of income, education and health. 4. Protection of cultural identity. A. 1, 2, 3 and 4, B. 1, 2 and 3 only, C. 2 and 3 only, D. 1 only. The correct answer is A, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 means absence of certain physical and legal impediments. 2. Presence of certain civil and political liberties. 3. Social provisions of income, education and health. 4. Protection of cultural identity. Exercise 70. Consider the following statements. 1. Liberal democratic tradition views equality primarily as, within inverted comma, equality of opportunity, and within inverted comma, equality of conditions. 2. Within inverted comma, equality of conditions seeks to ensure that equality of results are achieved regardless of natural ability. Which of the statements given above is of the are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, and neither, or C, D. neither 1 and 2. The correct answer is A, that is 1 only. 1. Liberal democratic tradition views equality primarily as, within inverted comma, equality of opportunity, and within inverted comma, equality of conditions. Exercise 71. Match list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1 thinker, in the vertical column again serial number capital A. Karl Marx, serial number capital B. Jeremy Bentham, serial number capital C. John Rawls, serial number capital D. Robert Nozick. Under the head these two idea, in the vertical column again serial number 1 justice as fairness, Serial number 2, from each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. Against serial number 3, justice as net aggregate satisfaction. Against serial number 4, from each as they choose to ease as they are chosen. Code in the horizontal column. The heads are capital A space capital B space capital C space capital D. Under the head capital A in the vertical column against serial number A1, B2, C1 and D2. Under the serial number capital B in the vertical column against serial number A3, B4, C4 and D3. Under the serial number capital C in the vertical column against serial number A2, B1, C2 and D1. Under the head capital T again in the vertical column against serial number A4, B3, C3 and D4. The correct answer is D, that is under the head capital A Karl Marx 2, that is from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. Under the head capital B Jeremy Bentham 3, that is justice as net aggregate satisfaction. Under the head capital C John Rawls 1, that is justice as fairness. Under the head capital D Robert Nagy 4, that is from each as they choose to each as they are chosen. Exercise 72. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1 School of Historiography. In the vertical column against serial number under the list 1 School of Historiography. Against vertical column against serial number capital A Imperialist School. Against serial number capital B Cambridge School. Against serial number capital C Nationalist School. Against serial number capital D Marxist School. Under the head list 2 Views on Communalism. In the vertical column against serial number 1, the inhabitants of the subcontinent are prone to religious appeal as they are superstitious. 2. Communalism is a false consciousness. 2. I repeat 2 only. Communalism is a false consciousness. Exercise against serial number 3, it is a result of conscious British policy of divide and rule. Exercise against serial number 4, communalism is a product of the arbitration of elite groups. Code in the horizontal column in the in the horizontal column the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C and capital D. Under the head capital A in the vertical column against serial number A3, B1, C3 and D1. Under the head capital B in the vertical column against serial number A4, B2, C2 and D4. Under the head capital C in the vertical column against serial number A1, B3, DC1 and D3. Under the head capital D in the vertical column against serial number A2, B4, C4 and D2. The correct answer is A, that is under the head A, Imperialist School 3, that is it is a result of conscious British policy of divide and rule. Under the head capital B, Cambridge School 4, communalism is a product of the ambition of elite group. Under the head capital C, Nationalist School 1, that is the inhabitants of the subcontinent are prone to religious appeal as they are superstitious. Under the head capital D, Marxist School 2, that is communalism is a false consciousness. Page D6.12, Political Science, Model Paper 6, Exercise 73. Who among the following theorists is associated with neoliberalism in international relations? A. Kenneth Walsh. B. Hans Morgenthau. C. Reinhold Niebuhr. And D. John Ruggie. The correct answer is A, that is Kenneth Walsh. Exercise 74. Based on the census 2001, consider the following statements. 1. Female/male ratio in India in the year 2001 is more than that in the year 1951. 2. After Delhi and Chandigarh, Pondicherry has the highest population density amongst all the states and union territories.
2. After Delhi and Chandigarh, Pondicherry has the highest population density amongst all the states and union territories. Which of the statements given above is oblique are correct? A 1 only, B 2 only, C both are 1 and 2, and C neither 1 and 2. The correct answer is D, that is 2 only. 2 means after Delhi and Chandigarh, Pondicherry has the highest population density amongst all the states and union territories. Exercise 75. Who defined the state as a, within inverted comma, human community that, within bracket, successfully claims the monopoly of the legitimate use of physical force within a given territory. Inverted comma close. A. Benito Mussolini. B. Max Weber. C. Max Weber. C. Thomas Hobbes. And D. Niccolo Machiavelli. The correct answer is D, that is Max Weber. Exercise 76. Which of the following is not an anti-poverty program of Government of India? A. IRDP, B. NREP, C. RLGP, and D. CRSP. The correct answer is D, that is CRSP. Exercise 77. How is the Federal Constitution Code? How is the Federal Constitutional Code in Germany constituted? A. By appointments by the Federal President. B. By appointments by the Federal Chancellor. C. By election of half number of judges by the Bundestag and half by the Bundesrat. D. By election by the Joint Committee of Parliament. The correct answer is C. The by election of half number of judges by the Bundestag and half by the Bundesrat. Exercise 78. Based on the census 2001, which of the following statements is not correct? A. The literacy rate in Himachal Pradesh is higher than that in Karnataka. B. The literacy rate in India in the year 2001 is about 3.5 times that in the year 1951. C. The literacy rate in Daman and Diu is the minimum amongst the union territories. D. In Assam, population of the scheduled tribes is nearly double than population of scheduled castes. The correct answer is D, that is in Assam. Population of the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes. I repeat again, D. In Assam, population of the scheduled tribes is nearly double than population of scheduled castes. Exercise 79. Which of the following electoral forms is not implemented yet? A. By election to be held within 6 months from the occurrence of vacancy. B. Registration of political parties with the Election Commission. C. Debar income tax defaulters from contesting elections. D. Increase in security deposit and number of proposers. The current account is C, that is debar income tax defaulters from contesting elections. Directions. The following 5 items consist of 2 statements, one labeled as the assertion A and the other as reason R. You are to examine these 2 statements carefully and select the answers to these items using the codes given below. A. Both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. C. B. Both A and R are individually true, but R is not a correct explanation of A. C. A is false, but R is true. D. A is false, but R is true. I repeat C again, A is true, but R is false. I repeat D again, A is false, but R is true. Now, the exercises are 80. Exercise number 80, assertion A. Education is the fundamental right of every child between the age of 6 and 14 years. Reason R. 1 out of every 4 children in India does not go to school. The correct answer is B, that is both A and R are individually true, but R is not a correct explanation of A. Exercise 81, assertion A. If different cultures are unequally valued, it affects the freedom of their members. R. Reason R. The self is constituted at least partly in and through its culture. 81A.
that is both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page T 6.30. Exercise 82. Assertion A. In his Collodion thesis, Lenin argued that there is a close bond between national liberation movements and working class movement worldwide. Reason are, both the working class movement and national movements in the colonies are directed against a common enemy, that is imperialism. The correct answer is A. That is A and both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. In exercise 83, assertion A. In the Leviathan, Thomas Hobbes argues that though social contract exercise 83, assertion A. In the Leviathan, Thomas Hobbes argues that through social contract, a sovereign authority is created to whom every man surrendered his authority of governing himself. Reason are, men found that they cannot collectively regulate their life as they did in the state of nature. The correct answer is C, that is A is true but R is false. Exercise 84. Assertion A. Rule of law is a precondition for a free society. Reason are, when those wielding power can use force in any way they like, everyone is at the mercy of the rulers. The correct answer is B, that is both A and R are individually true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Exercise 85. Consider the following statements. The, within inverted commas, stage under Article 12 of the Indian Constitution includes 1. The Government and Parliament of India, 2. The Government and Legislature of the states, C. Local authorities or other authorities within the territories of India or under the control of Government of India. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2 and 3, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1 and 3 only. The correct answer is A, that is 1, 2 and 3. 1 represents the Government and Parliament of India, 2. The Government and Legislature of the states, 3. Local authorities or other authorities within the territories of India or under the control of Government of India. Exercise 86. Which of the following issues comes under the concurrent list? A. Taxes on professions, trades, callings and employment. B. Capitation taxes. C. Adulteration of foodstuffs and other goods. D. Corporation tax. The correct answer is C, that is adulteration of both sides. The correct answer is C, that is adulteration of foodstuffs and other goods. Exercise 87. Consider the following statements. Proclamation of emergency under Article 352 of the Constitution of India. 1. Requires written communication of the Union Cabinet to the President to the effect. 2. Can be issued for the whole of India or part thereof. 3. Lapses if not approved by both houses of Parliament within a month. 4. Requires a resolution approving the proclamation passed by both houses of Parliament only by a majority of the total membership of each house and not less than 2/3 present and voting. The 5. Once approved by Parliament can last for 6 months. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. B. 2, 3 and 4 only. C. 1, 4 and 5 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 5. That is 1 means requires written communication of the Union Cabinet to the President to the effect. 2. Can be issued for the whole of India or part thereof. 3. Lapses if not approved by both houses of Parliament within a month. and 5, once approved by Parliament, can last for 6 months. Exercise 88. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? A. Reservation of seats for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha, Article 330 of Constitution of India. B. Constitutional Amendment Procedure, Article 266 of Article 268 of Constitution of India. C. Public Service Commissions for Union and States, Article 313 of Constitution of India. D. Special provisions with respect of the state of Nagaland, Article 371 D of Constitution of India. The correct answer is A. That is reservation of seats for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha, Article 330 of Constitution of India. Page T 6.14, Political Science, Model Paper 6, Exercise 89. Match list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1, source, in the vertical column against serial number capital A, taxes levied by the union but collected and appropriated by the state. Against serial number capital B, taxes levied and collected and retained by the center. Against serial number capital C, taxes levied and collected by the center but assigned to the states. Under serial number capital D, taxes levied and collected by the center and compulsorily distributed between the union and the states. Under the list 2, taxes. 1. Taxes on income other than agriculture. Against serial number 2, stamp duties. Against serial number 3, corporation tax. Against serial number 4, taxes on land and buildings. Against serial number 5, taxes on railway fares and freights. Code in the horizontal column under the head capital A, and the heads are code in the horizontal column. The heads are capital A space capital B space capital C space capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A1, B2, C1 and D2. Under the head capital B, in the vertical column against serial number A5, B3, C3 and D5. Under the head capital C, in the vertical column against serial number A4, B5, C5 and D4. Under the head capital C, in the vertical column against serial number A2, B1, C2 and D1. The correct answer is B. That is B. That is under the head capital A, taxes levied by the union but collected and appropriated by the state. 2. That is stamp duties. Under the head capital B, taxes levied and collected and retained by the center. 3. That is corporation tax. Under the head capital C, taxes levied and collected by the center but assigned to the states. 5. Taxes on railway fares and freights. D. Taxes levied and collected by the center and compulsorily distributed between the union and the states. Under the head list 2, tax. In the vertical column against serial number 1, taxes on income other than agriculture. Under D, that is taxes levied and collected by the center and compulsorily distributed between the union and states. The correct answer is 1, that is taxes on income other than agriculture. Exercise 90. Which one of the following thinkers suggests that right to property is the basis of life and liberties? A. Thomas Hobbes, B. J. Rousseau, C. J. Locke and D. J. S. Mill. The correct answer is C, that is J. Locke. According to John Locke, property includes in the wider sense of the time life, liberties and estates. Exercise 91. In which one of the following cases was the doctrine of, within inverted comma, prospective overruling adopted by the Supreme Court of India? A. Goloknath versus State of Punjab. B. Keshavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. C. Champakam Durari Rajan versus State of Madras, and C. Kehar Singh versus Union of India. The correct answer is A, that is Goloknath versus State of Punjab. C. M4 Piley book, The Constitutional Government in India, page 337. Exercise 92, Math list 1 with list 2. Under the head list 1, in the vertical column against serial number A, Indro Sahani case. Against capital B, Minerva Mills case. Against capital C, Rayappa case. Against capital D, Shankari Prasad case. Under the head list 2, in the vertical column against serial number 1, power of Parliament to amend Part 3 of the Constitution upheld. Against serial number 2, dynamic scope of right to equality. Under serial number against serial number 3, reservation of backward classes. Against serial number 4, revival of judicial review. In the court, in the horizontal column, the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C and capital G. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A1, A3, B2, C3 and D2. Under the head capital B, against serial number A1, B4, C4 and D1. Under the head capital D, in the vertical column against serial number A2, B3, C2 and D3. Under the head capital D, that is Shankari Prasad case 1, that is power of Parliament to amend Part 3 of the Constitution upheld. Exercise 93. Which of the following right is not explicitly mentioned in the fundamental rights but has been upheld as so by several pronouncements of the Supreme Court? A. Equity before law. B. Right to non-discrimination in public employment. C. Right to form associations or unions. D. Right to freedom of press. The correct answer is D, that is right to freedom of space. Right to freedom of space is implicitly implied in fundamental rights. Exercise 94. Which of the following political theorists first made the conceptual distinction between the negative and positive liberty in criticism of positive liberty? A. C.B. Macpherson, B. Ishai Berlin, and C. Robert Dahl, and D. Sidney Webb. The correct answer is Robert Dahl. No, sorry, wrong. The correct answer is B, that is Ishai Berlin. The correct answer of exercise 94. Which of the following political theorists first made the conceptual distinction between negative and positive liberty in criticism of positive liberty? The correct answer is C, that is Ishai Berlin. Exercise 95. Which of the following article was first inserted and repealed later from the Constitution of India? A. 32A, 2, 51A, 3, 131A and 4, 257A. The correct answer is A. 1, 2 and 3, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1, 3 and 4. D. 1, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 1, 3 and 4. 1, 32A, 3, 133A, 4, 257A. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page T 6.15. Exercise 96. Consider the following statements. 1. The President can direct that any matter on which decision has been taken by a minister should be placed before the Council of Ministers. 2. The President can call all information relating to proposals for legislation. 3. The President has the right to address and send messages to either House of Parliament. 4. All decisions of the Council of Ministers relating to the administration of the Union must be communicated to the President. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2 and 3 only. B. 1 and 4 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is 1. That is, the correct answer is D, that is 1, 3 and 4. 1 means 32A, 2, 3 means 130A and 4 means 253A. Article 51A relating to fundamental duties was added through 42nd Constitutional Amendment. That's it. Model paper, Political Science, Model Paper 6, page 6.15, Exercise 96. Consider the following statements. 1. The President can direct that any matter on which decision has been taken by a minister should be placed before the Council of Ministers. 2. The President can call all information relating to proposals for legislation. 3. The President has the right to address and send messages to either House of Parliament. 4. All decisions of the Council of Ministers relating to the administration of the Union must be communicated to the President. The proposed answer, which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2 and 3 only. B. 1 and 3 4 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. There is 1. The President can direct that any member on which decision has been taken by a minister should be placed before the Council of Ministers. The President can call all information relating to proposals for legislation. 3. The President has the right to address and send messages to either House of Parliament. 4. All decisions of the Council of Ministers relating to the administration of the Union must be communicated to the President. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2 and 3 only. B. 1 and 4 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D. That is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1. The President can direct that any matter on which decision has been taken by a minister should be placed before the Council of Ministers. 2. The President can call for all information relating to proposals for legislation. 3. The President has the right to address and send messages to either House of Parliament. 4. All decisions of the Council of Ministers relating to the administration of the Union must be communicated to the President. The correct now, which of the statements given above are correct? So, question D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4 are correct. Exercise 97. Consider the following statements. 1. No discussion can take place in the legislature of a state with respect to the conduct of any judge of the Supreme Court as per provisions of the Constitution of India. 2. There is not restriction on the discussion to take place in the legislature of a state with respect to the conduct of any judge of the state's High Court as per provisions of the Constitution of India. 3. Court cannot inquire into proceedings of the legislatures as per provisions of the Constitutions of India. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. And D. 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is C. That is 1 and 3 only. 1. No discussion can take place in the legislature of a state with respect to the conduct of any judge of the Supreme Court as per provisions of the Constitutions of India. 3. Court cannot inquire into proceedings of the legislatures as per provisions of the Constitution of India. 98. President's rule can be imposed in a state under the provision of which of the following articles of the Constitution of India? Article 356, Article 2, Article 360, 3, Article 352 and 4, Article 365. The correct answer, now the proposed answer are A. 2 only, B. 1 and 3, C. 1 and 2 and D. 1 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 1 and 4. 1. Article 356 and 4. Article 365. Exercise 99. Under Article 312 of the Constitution of India, the Rajya Sabha has exclusive power to recommend the constitution of which one of the following? A. River Valley Development Authorities. B. Zonal Councils. C. Administrative Tribunals. And D. New All India Services. The correct answer is D, that is New All India Services. Exercise 100. Which of the following statements? Now, the answer of question 99 was D, that is New All India Service. Exercise 100. Which of the following statements about the Speaker of the Lok Sabha is not correct? A. He has the power to adjourn the House sine die. B. He has the power to summon the House even after prorogation. C. He continues to be in office even after the dissolution of the House and until immediately before the first meeting of the House. D. He must vacate the office if he ceases to be a member of the Lok Sabha. Correct answer is B. He has the power to summon the House before even after prorogation. I repeat C again. Yes, I repeat the correct answer B again. He has the power to summon the House even after prorogation. Exercise 101. How much is the quorum of a House of Parliament in India? A. 1/2 of the total membership of the House. B. 1/3 of the total membership of the House. C. 2/3 of the total membership of the House. And D. 1/3, 1/10, and D. 1/10 of the total membership of the House. The correct answer is D, that is 1/10 of the total membership of the House. Exercise 102. Consider the following statements. 1. Quo warranto is a special powerful instrument for safeguarding against the usurpation of public offices. 2. A High Court can issue a mandamus to compel a court or judicial tribunal to exercise its jurisdiction when it was refused to exercise it. Which of the statements given above is of the are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 and 2. The correct answer is D, that is both 1 and 2. The correct answer is both 1 and 2. 1. Quo warranto is a very powerful instrument for safeguarding against the usurpation of public offices. 2. A High Court can issue a mandamus to contempt a court or judicial tribunals to exercise its jurisdiction when it was refused to exercise it. C. Both A and 2. Correct answer is both A and 2. Page T6.16. Political Science, Model Paper 6. Political Science. Exercise 103. Which of the following is known as the Marshall Plan? A. U.S. post-war economic assistance to Europe. B. U.S. military intervention in Vietnam. C. Marshal Tito's advocacy for non-alignment. D. U.S. assistance to post-colonial regimes in Sub-Sahara Africa. Correct answer is A. That is U.S. post-war economic assistance to Europe. I repeat again. Correct answer is A. That is U.S. post-war economic assistance to Europe. Exercise 104. Which of the following spears are correctly matched? 1. Mikhail Gorbachev, Glasnost. 2. Samuel Huntington, Clash of Civilizations. 3. Henry Kissinger, Detente. A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1 and 3 only, D. 1, 2 and 3. That is 1. Mikhail Gorbachev, Glasnost. 2. Samuel Huntington, Clash of Civilizations. And C. And 3. Henry Kissinger, Detente. The correct answer is 1, 2 and 3. 1. Mikhail Gorbachev, Glasnost. 2. Samuel Huntington, Clash of Civilizations. And 3. Henry Kissinger, Detente. Exercise 105. Consider the following statements. 1. Dependency theory argues that poverty in the third world within bracket countries in the periphery bracket closed is on account of their not being integrated into the world system. 2. Idealist theory in international relations maintains that self-interest cannot be muted in order to build national and international norms of behavior that foment peace. 3. Realist theory in international relations is criticized for underemphasizing the role of international organizations. Which of the statements given above is of the are correct? A. 1 and 3 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 1 and 2 only, and D. 3 only. The correct answer is A, that is 1 and 3 only. 1. Dependency theory argues that poverty in the third world within bracket countries in the periphery bracket closed is on the account of their not being integrated into the world system. 2. Idealist theory in international relations maintains that self-interest cannot be muted in order to build national and international forms of behavior that foment peace. 3. Realist theory in international, I repeat, question exercise 105 once again. Consider the following statements. 1. Dependency theory argues that poverty in the third world within bracket countries in the periphery bracket closed is on account of their not being integrated into the world system. 2. Idealist theory in international relations maintains that self-interest cannot be muted in order to build national and international norms of behavior that foment peace. 3. Realist theory in international relations is criticized for underemphasizing the role of international organizations. The correct answer is A, that is 1 and 3 only. Now, which one is the statement given above is correct? A, 1 and 3 only, B, 2 and 3 only, C, 1 and 2 only, and D, 3 only. The correct answer is A, 1 and 3 only. 1. Dependency theory argues that poverty in the third world within the countries in the periphery bracket close is on account of their not being integrated into the world system. And 3. Realist theory in international relations is criticized for underemphasizing the role of international organizations. Exercise 106. Which of the following is the correct statement? Neo-realists' fundamental departure from classical realism lies in the idea that international politics can be thought of as a globalized entity, B. system with a precisely defined structure, and C. structure with a precisely defined system, and D. clash of national interests. The correct answer is C, that is structure with a precisely defined system. Exercise 107. Which of the following is not associated with game theory in international relations? A. Rationality of actors. B. Attempt to maximize gains and minimize losses. C. Inclination of a state to act on grounds of morality. And D. Awareness about the possibility of a free rider. The correct answer is D, that is awareness about the possibility of a free rider. Exercise 108. To whom can the idea of within inverted comma development as freedom inverted comma close be credited? A. J. M. Keynes, and B. M. Gorbachev, C. Jawaharlal Nehru, D. Amartya Sen. The correct answer is D, that is Amartya Sen. 109. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1 theme. The head list under the head list 1 theme. In the vertical column against serial number capital A, principal advocate of utilitarian liberalism, capital B, the center figure in the African pluralist theory, against serial number C, the major contributor to rethinking citizenship, against serial number capital D, undertook a major study on the structural transformation of the public sphere. Under the head these two scholars, 1. Robert Dahl, 2. Jeremy Bentham, 3. J. Hobsbawm, J. Habermas, 3. J. Habermas, and 4. T. H. Marshall. Quote in the horizontal column, the heads are capital A space, capital B space, capital C space, capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A2, B4, C2 and D4. Under the head capital B, against serial number A1, B3, C3 and D1. Under the head capital C, against serial number A4, B2, C4 and D2. Under the head capital D, against serial number A3, B1, C1 and D3. The correct answer is A, that is under the head capital A, principal advocate of utilitarian liberalism. 2, that is Jeremy Bentham. Under the head capital B, the central figure in the American pluralist theory. 1. Robert Dahl. Under the capital C, under the head capital C, the major contribution to rethinking citizenship. 1, that is Robert Dahl. C, that is the major contributor of rethinking citizenship. 4, that is T. H. Marshall. Under the head capital D, undertook a major study on the structural transformation of the public sphere. The 3, that is J. Habermas. I repeat again the correct answer under A, political advocate of utilitarian liberalism. 2, that is Jeremy Bentham. Under the head capital B, the central figure in the American pluralist theory. 1. Robert Dahl. Under the head capital C, the major contributor to rethinking citizenship. 4, that is T. H. Marshall. Under the head capital D, undertook a major study on the structural transformation of the public sphere. 3, that is J. Habermas. Exercise 110. Consider the following events. 1. Tokyo round. 2. Doha round. 3. Kennedy round. And 4. Uruguay round. What is the correct chronological order of the above events? A. 4, 2, 3, 1. B. 3, 1, 4, 2. C. 4, 1, 3, 2. And D. 3, 2, 4, 1. The correct answer is B, that is 3, 1, 4, 2. 3 means Kennedy round. 1 means Tokyo round. 4 means Uruguay round. And 2 means Doha round. Political Science, Model Paper 6, page T 6.17. Exercise 111. The World Trade Organization within bracket WTO is the successor to which one of the following institutional arrangements? A. World Trade Community. B. International Trade and Development Association. C. General Agreement on Trade and Tariffs. And D. Association for Economic and Social Reconstruction. The correct answer is C, that is General Agreement on Trade and Tariffs. Exercise 112. Which of the following pairs is not correctly matched? 1. LTTE Tamil Elam. B. Hamas HAMAS Independent Palestinian. C. IRA Irish Republic. And D. Sendero Laminus within bracket Shining Path Bolivian Revolution. The correct answer is D, that is Sendero Laminoso within bracket Shining Path Bolivian Revolution. Exercise 113. Which one of the following countries has not signed the agreement on SAARC SAARC Preferential Trading Arrangement SAPTA within bracket SAPTA? A. Myanmar, B. Bhutan, C. Nepal and D. Maldives. The correct answer is A. Myanmar. Exercise 114. With which two political thinkers represent the institutional approach to comparative politics? A. Almond and Coleman, B. Aston and Dahl, C. Duverger and Sartori, and D. Leotros and Decay. The correct answer is A, that is Almond and Coleman. The correct answer is A, that is Almond and Coleman. Exercise 115. In the wave of democratization of 1980s and 1990s, in which of the following countries has state socialism not been replaced by a multi-party system? A. Hungary, B. Poland, C. Bulgaria, and D. North Korea. The correct answer is D, that is North Korea. Exercise 116. Who among the following mooted the idea that India was a soft state and ill equipped to carry out its promises? I repeat again. Who, exercise 116, who among the following mooted the idea that India was a salt state and ill? I repeat again. Who among the following mooted the idea that India was a soft state is within inverted comma, and ill equipped to carry out its promises? A. Samir Amin, B. Gunnar Myrdal, C. Andre Gunder Frank, and D. Edward Said. The correct answer is B, that is Gunnar Myrdal. Exercise 117. Which of the following statements is not correct? A. The House of Lords is primarily a hereditary chamber. B. B. Aliens can also become members of the House of Lords. C. There are some peers from Ireland also. D. Spiritual peers also occupy a significant number. The correct answer is B, that is aliens can also become members of the House of Lords. Aliens are not members of the House of Lords. Some judges from North Ireland are members. I repeat, aliens are not members of the House of Lords. Some judges from Northern Ireland are members. Exercise 118. The legislatures of Scotland and Wales are elected by which method? A. Plurality of votes. B. Absolute majority of votes. C. Proportional representation by single transferable votes. D. A mixture of single member districts and proportional representation by party lists. The correct answer is A, D, that is a mixture of single method districts. I will repeat, correct answer is D, that is a mixture of single member districts and proportional representation by party lists. Exercise 119. In which of the following federations does the second chamber have equal representation from the state? 1. India, 2. USA, 3. Canada, 4. Australia. The correct answer is B, 2 and 4. 2 means USA and 4 means Australia. Exercise 120. Which of the following statements about the French judicial system is not correct? A. The French judiciary has got the power of judicial review. B. The method of appointment of judges differs from that of Britain and USA. C. There are two types of courts, ordinary and administrative courts. D. There are courts of appeal also under the Fifth Republic of France. The correct answer is A, that is the French judiciary has got the power of judicial review.